Today is a gift. Today is a present. Today is yours to grab. Today is yours to take forward and do what you do best.
Yes, 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 yes. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. This is your Power Echo Show with Julie Syl Kalungi live on Facebook. I am so excited today. I have an amazing guest for you today, so get ready to rumble in the jungle. I am a mom of two, wife to one. I'm a high performance coach, and I help you, the new entrepreneur, online marketer, internet marketer, small business owner, to package your offer, your giftings, monetize, and attract the people you're looking to impact. Jelena Ostrovska in the house. We've got the star in the house. I'm so excited today. Got some Bombella. How are you doing today? We are going to dispel the myth of age. Today we're dispelling the myth of age, blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something. We've got someone here today who's got an amazing story to share with you. Are you a young person? Are you a graduate or undergraduate? Are you a mom, a dad, a single person? Are you a grandma or grandpa and you're giving yourself all kinds of excuses why you can't jumpstart your life, your career, your success? Today you're about to see and hear and understand just why all those are excuses, and it's all a matter of you are standing in your own. Wife Alicia, don't know how you're doing. Rebecca, how you doing? Nanzura, how you doing? Welcome, guys. So excited for the guest I'm about to share with you today. This young lady is only 23 years old. So if you are anything above 23, you got no excuses. Hi, Enrique, how you doing? This young lady started out from scratch. She is Russian descent. She grew up in Latvia. Language, English is not her first language, and yet she did not let that stand in her way. She started from zero. She did not go to university in the beginning because her parents, listen to this, her parents told her, no, you don't need to go to university. Now some of us tell our children, go to school, get good grades, go get a job. This young lady's parents told her, nah, not a good idea. You don't need to go to university. It is a shocker. Privato Lima, how you doing? So I am so excited for you to meet Jelena Ostrovska. I hope I have pronounced her name right. I'm so excited today. So yeah, hi Privato, how you doing? Rebecca, how you doing? So if you're a mother and you feel like there's nothing happening in your life, or a father, and you don't know what to do, you don't know where to go, you're going to be inspired by the lady here today. Now this young lady started from scratch. She learned English in order to be able to do what she does. She is an international global coach. Senna Raymond, good to see you here. She has stood on global stages. She has ranked up and blown through any cobwebs that anybody, on any chains anybody could put in her way. She stands on global stages and teaches full-grown adults like you and me how to crush it in your life and bring the joy back in your life, in your bank, and in your community. She was introduced to network marketing and online marketing and entrepreneurship by her parents. Now most of us are like, those things are gonna, the scams, you're gonna pyramids and all that crap. No, her parents were like, no, this is the way for you to go. She has been featured in amazing online real estate, premium online real estate with serious leaders like Ray Higdon, Mike Dillard, Todd Falcone, Brian Fanali. I can tell you this lady is someone you want to listen to. So if you're here and you don't know what you want to do, many of you do ask me, what do I do? How do I start, Julie? If you're here, grab your pen and paper and get your friend on here. Go tag a friend to tag a friend and tell them to tag a friend to tag a friend. Share this live video with somebody, to a group, to a page, to your profile, because you're going to want to watch it over and over and over and over again. Without further ado, Edward Charlotte, how you doing? Dimitix, how you doing? I'd like to invite the one, the only, the amazing Jelena Ostrovska. I am so excited. We've got the amazing Jelena in the house. How are you doing, Jelena?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm very excited. to see you here today. I'm very excited to have you on here today. Hey, Paul, so how you doing? We have an amazing crowd on here, and so I'm just so excited for you. You started your journey as an entrepreneur with no idea what you were doing other than what your parents taught you. You did not let anything stand in your way. You had your ups and downs, the challenges, everything that can be thrown at a young person. A young person, because some of us cry and moan about things, and I'm in my 40s, by the way. But you're in your 20s, you're almost like half my age. Crazy stuff this. And there you are, creating amazingness in your life. I learned stuff from you that I see other people go around and they charge like a ton for that stuff. Hey, you've got a lot of people saying hello. So tell me, Jelena, tell me about you. What is this beast that we're saying, the Russian ninja in the house? Tell us about you very briefly, because I could go on forever. I talk for England.
Oh my gosh, yeah, thank you so much for inviting me. I mean, it's my pleasure to be here. So super excited for the interview. And like whenever people introduce me, I'm like, are you really talking about me? Because I mean, it's kind of still surreal. Like I was hosting a wake-up call earlier today. I know you were on, and Finale was introducing me, and I was like, is he really talking about me? So again, it's kind of crazy what happened in like what short, like 3-4 years. Actually, like I've been in network marketing industry for 5 years already. Kind of feels like a veteran, but you know, I'm not. Like I'm only 3 years old. I started early when I was 18 years old, just like what Julie mentioned. Like,
how crazy is that?
Home business industry. Yeah, I'm 23 right now. I just turned 23 like in January, so still a kid to the industry, I guess. Wherever I go, I'm typically one of like the youngest people. So I'm actually really grateful for my parents, and you know, like major respect to them, because without them, I honestly would not be where I am right now, because they were basically the ones who pushed me, especially my dad. Like, you know, my mom like was always like obviously a supporter. She would support me in everything that I'm doing, but my dad was kind of like strict. He said, you're not going to college, like we're not going to pay for that. I don't want you to be in debt. I don't really want you to be like in struggle, like after like 4 years in college. Because, I mean, it costs a hell of a lot of money, you know what I mean? So it doesn't really give you any kind of guarantee.
It does.
So
hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands, exactly. So, and it's just like for tuition fee, and then you have other expenses like your rent and the food and like all the other like materials and stuff like that. I'm not gonna get into this topic.
My daughter
right
is
now,
in uni, so you can tell me about that. Yeah.
Exactly. So I typically get pretty passionate about the whole university topic. Like I'm not gonna get into it here, because there's always like supporters of this topic. There's always people who are like, no, you have to go to college. I don't want to start a discussion right now. I typically do this like on some posts and stuff like that. But yeah, like I didn't go to college. I mean, actually next month it's going to be 4 years since I graduated from high school. So kind of crazy how time flies, you know, pretty quickly. Like the first year of marketing, I really like really bad. Like, you know, I was in school. Sorry, my internet just got disconnected a little bit. I think it doesn't really like dual Facebook lives, but whatever. So I really hope we're back on. So guys, if you are excited, like you know, we'll drop some nuggets. So draw some heart reactions. Let them go crazy at the screen. I know we've got like a pretty packed house today.
Go.
Yeah. So like go. Right?
Some love, some walls, smash.
Exactly. Yeah, drop some walls. Hopefully we don't make anybody cry or anybody angry. So
no crying today. So Jelena,
no, not allowed.
Today, a lot of people are so excited to hear from you. They want to hear your journey. They want to know where you're coming from. Why did you choose this industry? I'm just going to throw a question at you right now. What do you think about we parents? I'm one of them. Although I kind of guide my children a different way. Right. What do you think about they go to school, get good grades, and get an education? What is that all about? Are you of that school of thought? What do you advise for young people who are going through that? And so many, I can tell you, I know quite a few who've gone to school, got good grades, and no jobs. So what do you say about that?
Okay. Yeah, so that's a pretty touchy subject, you know what I mean? Like, there's always like two sides. There's one side of people that are like, you have to go and get a piece of paper. That's kind of what my teachers told me. They were like, Jelena, you have like the best grades in your like diploma. Like, what are you doing with your life in this network marketing, this pyramid scheme? I'm like, yes, I'm doing this. You know, that's kind of my decision. So I'm on it, right? So, and there's also like other people, kind of like my parents, who say, you don't need a college. Like, you know, here's my take on it. So just to kind of be respectful for all the other, for all of your opinions, like, you know, I don't know, like if you're listening to this, so maybe like your opinion is different than mine. I believe that you can learn everything online. I mean, I'm being totally honest. You can learn something for free. Like if you're on a tight budget, you can learn something from books. You can learn something from courses. You can invest in coaching. You can go to live events, and it's not going to cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars up front. It's not going to put you into that terrible debt that university typically puts you. I mean, I know, like, you know, honestly, if I were to choose, like, there's two types of debts. It can either be like bad debt, which I actually consider university a bad debt, just my personal opinion, and there can be a debt when you maybe like lend money for like to buy a marketing course or to get into network marketing, because that is actually something that can make you money. Okay. So for me, I personally believe that you don't really need a degree unless you want to become a lawyer or a doctor. Okay, so if you want to become a surgeon or, you know, anything like in the medicine space, yes, you do need a degree, because
professional.
I know, Jill, you yeah, like if you want to be like a professional in some kind of specific area that does require like looking into somebody else's body or something like that, or like, you know what I'm talking about, right? So
you're cracking me up.
So like I would not go to a doctor that doesn't have a degree. Okay, just keep it real. So other than that, you know, for me, like I had like several ideas, several like professions that I was going to pursue if I didn't go into network marketing. So I was going to pursue either fashion design, which was like my #1 dream, you know, and honestly right now as I think about it, I can still do that at some point. Like I don't need a degree for that. Like I can hire people to do stuff for me. I can learn how to create a brand and all that kind of stuff. And like, you know, Facebook and online marketing have already taught me enough to even start my own fashion.
It has brought the fire. Yeah.
Exactly. So
I totally agree with you on that. I agree with you that unless you're going to be a professional in the professional or vocational space, I think these days mainstream university education is not as useful as it used to be. And therefore we have a lot of graduates with no real direction, and that's a real pity, a big fat pity. So let me ask you something. You are Russian, and obviously many of us can hear your accent, and you grew up in Latvia. And I don't know about Latvia as a country, but I know it's not as wealthy as the rest of, say, Western Europe. And your parents were in the direct selling industry. They introduced you to the whole concept of online marketing. So how did that shape your decisions and choice of career? How did that shape you as you are today, 23 years old and crushing it, creating without? How would that work for you?
Yeah, so my parents actually, like, you know, my parents have been with a few companies in the past. So they have been with one company, and I kind of saw they were doing something. I saw they were doing advertising, they were doing cold calls and stuff like that. So I kind of saw the hustle, right? Then that company shut down, so they went into another company, and that's kind of when my dad introduced me to the products. He showed me the circle, so he showed me like all that kind of stuff, and I got excited because I saw the potential, and I saw the possibility that I could potentially make enough money to, don't laugh at this, to pay for my college tuition fee. So
imagine that.
That was my dream. I was 18 years old, and I really thought I was going to make it happen. Wasn't easy. I didn't make any money with that company, like zero. And then, you know, I didn't quit, you know, like our positions were actually terminated. So yeah, it was a fun journey back then. But here's why I kind of saw the vision of network marketing. My parents, they have always owned their own company. Like they had their own business for as long as I can remember. I mean, surely they had jobs before they had me, but you know, when I was born, I remember going to my parents' office, like here locally, and like helping them with some stuff. So I never even, I guess you can call me like a fortunate kid, because I never really was exposed to like the idea of having a job. I didn't really see myself there, like, you know, going 9 to 5 somewhere, working for somebody else. So just because I saw my parents' business and I saw how it was all like functioning, and I guess I had this like entrepreneurial gene in my brain already, like in myself already. So yeah, like network marketing just made sense. I was like, well, it's like the simplest business model, the simplest, I guess, journey to becoming an entrepreneur. Like obviously you don't become an entrepreneur when you buy your network marketing kits. Like it just doesn't work this way. You just become a sales rep, and then you develop yourself into an entrepreneur who's going to make, you know, like waves in the industry, right? So, but yeah, like I guess, how did it really shape me? I can't imagine what university.
So it was an easy choice for you.
Mindset. It was hard. Like it was hard when my dad told me you're not going to college, because I thought that college would give me some sort of guarantee that I would get a good position in life. But he told me, like, you know, there's no guarantee. You have to go and work for it. So you better work for it through network marketing, through personal development, through education online that can make you money quicker. You know, you can make money while you're earning while you're learning. College doesn't give you that kind of option. I mean, sure, you can get a job with college, but it doesn't give you residual income. You know what I mean?
No, it does not do that. It does not do that. And a lot of young people, especially today, are looking for a quicker way to create an income, but they are still looking at the mainstream kind of jobs where you have to go to college and then get the degree and hope to go for an interview and be given a job. And that's not happening as fast. And that makes me wonder, how do you keep your head in the game? You're only young. You're 4 or 5 years in the industry, and you're a young person. Young people like to go clubbing, drinking, dancing, bopping, razzing, plunking, whatever they do, bitching. How do you keep your head in the game as opposed to hanging out with the other young people and create results in your life and in your business? How do you resist all that lifing in order to create the lifestyle and the results you do?
Yeah, so I mean, my story is kind of different because, you know, like I don't really build my business locally, so I don't, and like I have a lot of friends like here locally, but you know what happened like after school, and I kind of feel like it happens to most people. I mean, not all, but to me it kind of happened because I went into my own direction and everybody else like from my friends circle went into a completely different direction. So we don't even have like subjects to discuss. They typically only complain about college. They complain how hard it is, and I'm kind of over that. Like I love my friends. Like, you know, I liked, you know, like we've spent obviously, you know, we've grown up together and everything, but I just don't relate to them anymore. I mean, I know they're kind of watching what I'm doing like on social media. Like I see some of them like, you know, lurking around and stalking and all that, but I just no longer hang out with them anymore. So, I mean, we've had a lot of fun in school. We've had a lot of fun like the first year after school, but then I was just like, I mean, if I just keep hanging out with the same circle, I'm not going to grow as a person. So I kind of had to, I mean, we just don't have time for each other. I mean, that's kind of one thing. I know it's sad to even like say that kind of stuff, but I no longer relate to them. And honestly, like people my age, most of them, they just don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I really wish I'm always like all up for like inspiring younger generation, like, you know, 18-year-olds. I know there are some who are on Facebook. There are some who might be watching this right now. It's and especially for me, like most of my friends here, like, you know, every single friend of mine here, they're Russians. They're not really getting the business side. I would really love to sign them up and, you know, help them and, you know, make like a better life and everything. But they just don't understand it. They feel like I'm just like a pyramid scheme or whatever. And I kind of had to cut everything out and really get focused on my business. So I've never really been like a party animal or anything like that. It's just kind of how I was raised. I was never like the person who was like hanging out till like midnight. I am right now though, like, you know, when I travel, like when I meet with like, you know, good friends of mine and everything. So we kind of do go like and party and everything. But that's kind of the reason why I do like to be focused when I'm home. So when I'm away, I can, you know, kind of have some fun, you know, and, you know, like do all the like, fun stuff. So that's kind of my strategy, I guess.
That sounds like a great strategy, because what I'm getting is, if you hang out with people who are not on the same journey as you, then you're going to kind of get distracted from where you want to go, and you probably could even drop off from your direction and start taking their direction. So you've slowed down or spend less time with the people that you grew up with, your friends from college, and people that you know, in order to hang out with those that are walking the journey you're walking and are going in that right direction that you chose. And that's something that the young people globally need to learn, that the people you go to college with don't necessarily mean that you're going to hang out with them for the rest of your life, or you're going to journey with them in towards your success. And a lot of people, especially on social media, because of social media, are hanging out with people that are not building them up. They are hanging out in the wrong communities. They spend hours watching lots of videos that don't build them up, and I know you're not doing that. That's not your journey. Before we go any further, let's just say hi to some people here. The crazy number of people coming on. Hi, Lucky Owen, Rebecca, I see you. Mark Davids, Christina Luze, I see you. T. Adams, as you join, Caroline Oriokot. Come on, guys. Ask the elephant. As you join, hit those emojis. Show Jelena some love. Show her, tell her, say hi to her. Go connect with her. Her details are in the pinned comment below. Yes, give us some love, some wows, just laugh with us. Throw some emojis in the comments below. Ask her some questions because she's here to answer them. And definitely connect with her on Jelena Ostrovska. Detail on the pinned comment below. And she's also on her website at jelenaostrovska.com, where you can learn a whole lot more about her. But first, go get social. Connect with her right here on social media, on Facebook. Say hello, find out what she's about. You could learn a thing or 20 about how she does stuff and how she's building her business and her life and crushing it. Man, this girl is crushing it. If you are in your 20s and you have excuses, I swallow them, in fact spit them out, and just follow this lady, because she's got it going, and she knows what she's doing, and she can help you. The thing about Jelena is she has a big heart. She shares every blessed day. She shares how she does things. She's got a Facebook group, which she'll tell you more about as well, where she teaches you how to get your shit together. She teaches you how to get your shit together if you're in your 20s. And she's gonna show you how she does it. She's got a Facebook group. She's got a system that she uses to definitely do stuff, and she's gonna share with you all that stuff. But before we go to all that, so show her some love, connect with her once we're done with it. Not now. When we're done, go and connect with her on her Facebook, and you'll find a whole lot more stuff over there. She also has a Facebook page. I think it's also Jelena Ostrovska, and you can also like that page once we're done here. And because right here, you want to stay around here and hear some of the juicy juice she's got for you. So I think someone's asking something. Keep company with the wise and you will become wise. If you make friends with Rebecca, let me read that properly on the PC, because the thing cuts things off. If you make friends with stupid people, you will be ruined. She's agreeing with you, Jelena. So she says, keep company with the wise and you become wise. So Rebecca, you want to connect with Jelena because she is one wise young person. If you have young children and they are heading towards college or towards uni, then you definitely want to connect them to this young lady. I'm telling you, she knows what she's about. She knows where she's going, and she knows the way. That's most important. A lot of people know where they're going, but they don't know how to show others. She knows how to show you. What challenges? Because I'm sure a lot of people here are going through challenges, Jelena, and they don't know. Maybe you can give them some unique ways to go through them. What challenges have you faced in your business and in your life, and how have you overcome them? Because you're a very young lady, literally hanging out with giants, so you're a legend. And so we want to know how you guys who hang out with giants go through some of these challenges. Go on then, tell us.
Yeah, so there's always a lot of challenges, and I'll tell you just one thing. It's kind of interesting because, you know, I always used to think like okay, let's backtrack. So I'll get into this in just a second. Like the biggest problem for me, and I honestly I can feel like it's going to be a problem for a lot of young people as well. So we all preach, you know, you need to post content. You know, you probably have heard it so many times already. You need to post content on social media. You need to do videos. You need to create articles. You need to, you know, you just need to be out there. And as Gary Vaynerchuk says, you know, if you don't create content, you don't exist. So, you know, we all know that phrase, right? Yeah. So, and the reason a lot of people do not create content is because of the self-limiting beliefs. And for me, like one of the biggest ones for me was like, I'm too young for this. Like, why would anybody listen to me? Especially when I was like 20 years old, I didn't have any results in business, and I was like, how do I get myself out there to where people actually like plug into my content? How do I get more followers? You know, just how do I do all this stuff, right? So, and then I also used to believe that kind of like high school conditioning, I guess, is like subconscious type of thing, to where I was like, oh, like, you know, the teacher is supposed to be older than the student. That's bullshit. Excuse my language, but I'm just keeping it. Like, I have
proper clock.
Like every single person, typically, I go into any company, I go into any event, I'm typically the youngest person in the room. So if I'm coaching somebody, like, I don't have anybody who's younger than me who I'm coaching. So I kind of overcame that, like, throughout, you know, throughout experience. And I'll tell you one thing. Just to kind of like to help you overcome those like limiting beliefs, you have to first of all know what they are. You know, what is it that is kind of blocking you from creating content? What is blocking you from getting on video? Maybe like sometimes you're just like, I don't know if I look good on camera. I mean, you look good already. Like, you know, stop thinking about it. Like, you know, nobody really cares about how you look like on camera. The only thing that people do care about is like, what's in it for me? So, and you're selfish if you're not going to be creating content because you feel like you're not pretty on camera. I mean, come on, like, stop that nonsense. You know what I mean? There's somebody out there waiting for you to step up your game and go get your face on video. Like, you know, go create a piece of content, go sit down and write something. You know, like, it's not that hard. I mean, there's people with worse circumstances who have done it. What's your excuse?
Yes.
There's none, right?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I feel like self-limiting beliefs is kind of like the number one thing when it comes to like the challenges. And then another challenge, which I always thought that like big leaders, like, you know, all those like, you know, 6-7 figure earners, I felt like they didn't really have that challenge. I was like, well, I mean, they've already gone through it. Like, they already know how to like go, you know, how to deal with that. And the other day, like, I'm connected with, I'm not going to mention her name, but you know, a lot of you may or may not know her, but she's like a multi-6-figure earner, like, annually. And she reached out to me. She's like, hey, Jill, like, I'm trying to like revamp my blog. I'm trying to revamp my like my art, like website and my blog and like all that kind of stuff. And then we kind of got on a Zoom call and I started helping her out a little bit. And I was like, well, it was kind of like surreal for me anyways. And then she had the same problem that I've had. She was like, well, you know, the last few weeks I just wasn't feeling like doing anything. Like, you know, the inspiration was not coming. Couldn't write anything. You just lack of inspiration, lack of motivation. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I was like, I felt the exact same way for the last 2 weeks. And I literally felt like big leaders do not have those problems. Like, everybody has problems. Like, not really problems, but challenges. And challenges can always be overcome. So, you know, like, and I mean, challenges are exactly what's going to make you or like turn you into the leader you're supposed to become. So it's just your duty to figure out how to smash those challenges out of your way so you can move forward.
Very true, very true. So you're hearing from the horse's mouth. If you've got challenges, doesn't matter your age, you will still face challenges because it's part of life. It's part of the cycle of life to go through challenges. They are what build us up, or if we let them, they're what keep us where we are or worse. So whatever you face, don't let whatever the circumstances, whether it's your age, your face, your whatever your challenge is, don't let it stand in your way. Do something every day. If you need some help, absolutely reach out to somebody. This young lady is a coach. So if you are a young person and you feel you can't relate to older people, this lady is 23. She's right up your street. And so reach out to her and ask for help. She's just told you she jumped on a Zoom call with somebody and was showing them this is how you fix it, this is how you do it. It is not about age. It is not about whatever it is you're allowing to stand in your way. It is all in your mind. She's also told you she's had self-limiting beliefs. She's also thought about who's gonna listen to me. I'm the youngest person in the room. Who wants to learn from me? Do I know enough? All those things are excuses. If you know at least 1% more than somebody else, then it's your duty to teach them or show them, and be happy to set your feet. I mean, everyone has to eat, including the coach. So Jelena is a coach, not for free. Okay, don't go reaching out to her and telling her spend 10 hours with me for free. All right. So she has taken the last how many years? 23 years of learning. So she brings that to your table. Don't be asking her to teach you for free. We're going to ask her her top 3 strategies for building that business, because that's what we are all wanting to hear. We want the juicy detail. 3 juicy details, so we can all go away and so this is what she said, and we're going to apply it. So tell us, what are your top 3 strategies for building results in your business?
Okay, so the juicy strategies, let's get into that. That's probably the best part. So whoever stuck around here is going to get the best stuff. So number 1, like, make sure that do not go and register for every single social media platform and try to use every single one of them. So it's like, no thanks. Like, trust me, I tried it. It didn't really work that well. Like, I was in my computer 25 hours a day. Almost literally. Okay, so do not do that. Say that again. You and I'll share with you how you can utilize those social media platforms here in just a little bit. But you know, have one. For me, honestly, Facebook has been my bread and butter, just because Facebook gives you so many options to grow your business, like your Facebook profile, your Facebook fan page with the advertising. Love me some Facebook ads. Number 3 is Facebook groups. So I'll share about them here in just a little bit. So like, use one platform. And honestly, I heard one piece of advice like a little while ago. If you can master Facebook as a social media platform, you can master anything. And I wholeheartedly agree, because Facebook is like a kaleidoscope of like every single social media platform out there. It has live videos and groups and like everything I've already mentioned before. Messenger, voice messenger, calls, video calls, group chats, group calls, group video calls. I mean, shut the front door. Like, seriously, Facebook, like, shut that front door. So as much as we always kind of have like love and hate relationship with Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg, changes and algorithm changes and everything, Facebook is still the shit. Let's just be honest, okay? So just choose one platform. That's number 1. So once you do, and hopefully that is going to be Facebook, you need to build your audience. Like, you just need to go out and, you know, build your audience. And it's not audience is not going to be built on its own. Like, I'm sorry, but you have to go out and do the work. So here's something I did, and I feel like if you implement this one thing, that's a muscle, exactly. So I feel like you need, if you just implement this one thing when it comes to audience building, because here's the thing, let me just kind of like, this is tip number 2, by the way. So first one, choose one platform. Number 2 is going to be juicy, so wait for it. You need an audience, and you need to boost your engagement on your posts, on your videos, on your status updates, on your images, on your Facebook stories, on everything. So like, how do you do that? I mean, here's the thing. Some people believe, well, your likes and comments are not going to pay the bills. I mean, surely they won't do that directly, but like, indirectly they will, because if you get comments, you probably are going to get leads. You're probably going to get into conversations with those people. You're probably going to help those people somehow. And, you know, whenever you help people get what they want, you get what you want, which there's always like a mutual beneficial like business relationship, right? So that's, you know, and here's the thing, if you get 0 engagement, if you don't have anybody commenting on your videos, if you don't have anybody, you know, checking out your stuff, or if it's only your mom and your dog, your business is not going to grow, okay? So you need to go out.
That's crazy.
Moving on. So you need to build your audience. Like, how do you do that? Like, you know, don't overcomplicate it. Like, building your audience is simple. If you just need to get to work exceptionally well, and I kind of feel like doing that again, not that I need to, but I kind of feel like I want to do it right now, is a 90-day blitz. So, like, I mean, if you're in network marketing especially, or any kind of business, and you want to relaunch and like bring some momentum to your business, 90-day blitz is like full focused action, like 24/7, like, you know, 7 times, you know, 24/7. You know, like, I feel like that's like the best way to relaunch, you know, relaunch your business with like the biggest momentum possible. What you do, here's what I did. So I created a piece of content every single day. At that time when I did it, it was 2015. I was actually blogging every single day. I'll cover that here in just a second. You don't have to blog every day.
I remember.
Yeah, so you know the beginning of the hustle. So I was like all over my Facebook profile. Like, I was solely focused on my Facebook personal profile. at that time, I will tell you this, like I was posting, and it's kind of crazy to say that, I was posting a day on my personal profile. Warning, you don't have to do that right now. I only post once a day on Facebook, sometimes twice if I feel like it. Actually, if you're just getting started, I will say twice a day is plenty, just because of the way algorithm works right now. Like Facebook doesn't really have a lot of space in the newsfeed, so you're much better, like you're way better creating less content but higher. So twice a day, like every single day, you have to be posting something, content, status updates, something inspirational, motivational, educational, entertaining, have some fun a little bit. And then another thing that I did, which has contributed the most to the results that I'm getting right now in my business, is make sure you're taking notes on that, like, focus here. And another thing that I did, so I keep like a planner with me, like actually have like, 2 planners. I have one planner behind me and I have another one. So here's what I did. So I made a point, and I kind of did it. Yes. Yeah. So I kind of did it the wrong way. But I made a goal to where I was going to message 20 new people every single day. I didn't care I did care like who I was going to reach out to, but I was going into Facebook groups, I was going into Facebook pages, I was going into other Facebook profiles, and people literally started messaging me. They were like, Jelena, I don't know who you are or what you're doing, but every single day I wake up and I see a post of yours shows up in my newsfeed. So like, keep it up. So, and I was like, yes, like my strategy is working. So yeah, like, that was kind of like, I was going for quality, I was going for quantity, and I was also, the key, I was adding 20 new friends every single day. So I was sending friend requests, and I was sending a message along with that friend request.
Imagine that. Very easy to do, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah. So
send a message, friend request.
Yeah.
Do you hear that?
Friend request, message, and then I was focusing on building that relationship and connecting with that person. And the next step, so you basically are bringing somebody into your world with the friend request. And keep in mind, not everybody's going to accept your friend request. Not everybody's going to reply to your message. It's funny, like just recently I started getting some people reply to my message that I sent 2 years ago. And I'm like, really?
Really? Crazy?
Really? Yeah, just because Facebook... Just because Facebook filters those messages, so it's kind of like hard to get into somebody's, inbox.
I know.
But I'm like, so keep in mind, honestly, I still believe it's a numbers game. I still believe it's in the beginning especially. But, I mean, think about it. You do this for 90 days. You start with 100 friends on your Facebook profile, maybe more, maybe less, I don't know. But your audience, like my audience has grown probably by like 1,500 people at least, because I was all over Facebook, I was commenting, I was super active, like literally on my phone, on my computer, probably 24/7. Yeah, like, yes, I was full-time. Yes, I'm a little bit crazy, but how bad do you want it? Right? So I had no choice. I just had to go out.
Do you want it, buddy? Are you hungry? You hungry?
Are you hungry?
If you're hungry.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
you're hungry.
But yeah, imagine, like, you reach out to 20 new people every single day over the course of 90 days. That's like 1,800 people. Not to mention that during that process, you're probably going to start getting some followers. You're probably going to start getting some friend requests. So you're probably, like, your content is probably going to get better over time. And basically the process is you go out, you connect with people through groups, through pages, you find people to, you don't message with, hey, buy my product, like, I'm awesome. No, you don't do that kind of stuff. You just send a genuine message, just connecting with somebody.
No. Connect with somebody, get to know them, get to know them, get to know their needs, get to know their pain, get to know their fun life, and then maybe they'll want to be in your circle and doing what you do as well. It is natural, isn't it? People ask each other, what do you do? And then you can tell natural, them, right? Don't connect with them and like, crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Facebook is kind of like a big online party. So like, you don't come to the party, you don't come to a girl or a guy who you don't know and ask them to marry you. You know what I mean? So why do you sell your opportunity like that?
Yeah. Precisely, precisely. Crazy. Well, this is it, guys. You're listening to some serious golden juice here. And
And that was number two.
not only is she telling you what she does,
two.
she actually teaches you how to then marinate that relationship until it's cooked. You know, so this young lady is amazing. And
Yeah, that was number two. Do you still want me to share number three, or do you think it's plenty?
absolutely, I was about to say. So, what's your number three? I'm taking notes myself, as you can see. Go on.
Yeah, number three.
Number three.
I know you're probably the biggest hustlers in that area, Julie, is blogging. So I don't recommend blogging in the beginning. I know that's how we met, right? You know, through blogging, through those groups and everything. So, but I will say, you may not want to start a blog when you're just starting out. Although, like, everybody's different. I started my blog when I was brand new, when I was like, I turned 20, and I kind of made a gift to myself. I bought hosting for my website. I was like, okay, I'm gonna start my blog. So yeah.
Brilliant idea as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was smart. I just didn't know what I was gonna do with that, right? So, but even still, once I figured out like how to make blogging work for me, how to basically turn it into like a perpetual lead generation machine, to build my email list, to build my audience, to more importantly build my authority online. Because whenever people see that you have a website and it looks good, they're like, damn, like this girl or this guy has it figured out. So it kind of makes you look like an expert and authority like immediately. So that's why like I've been a huge fan of blogging, just because I know how it worked for me. So yeah, I will say, like, you know, once you're kind of ready, blogging is a really good strategy to go into, because I mean, any business owner, any company, they all have the.
If you know what you're doing, you can be headhunted right here on Facebook. She's helping you build that up, because it's not just for business people, it's for people who are corporate and savvy and know what they want. So I'm sure you're using a very specific system, Jelena, at least one of them, in order to attract those amazing people to you and crush it in your business. And I'm sure it is called attraction marketing. So how do you utilize it in your business? This is, I think, one final question before we let you go. I'm sure we have taken a whole hour of your time. Goodness gracious me. But we would really love to know how do you leverage attraction marketing? What has it done for you?
Yeah, so I guess honestly, attraction marketing is kind of the fundamental of everything that I even like outlined in the previous 3 tips. I mean, honestly, it always falls down on, like, you basically are becoming the hunted versus the hunter, because we all start out as, you know, going and kind of like chasing prospects in a way. You know, like, we're still in the beginning. You still have to be like proactive. You still have to go and message people. You have to go and find people, which is fine. I've done it. You have to do it if you're watching this, if you're just getting started. Maybe you're already doing that, so, like, you know, I don't know. But in the beginning, you're the one who's going after people, who's, you know, going maybe like following, sending friend requests, but you know, because you have to put in the work, right? You have to embrace the fact that you're going to be a beginner in the beginning before you turn into, like, you know, professional, right? So, and then attraction marketing for me, really, I just never wanted to host parties. I never wanted to do hotel meetings. I never wanted to do any of that nonsense. Like, you know, I know it's effective. I know it's working. It's just not something that I wanted to do, because I just love my time too much, that I don't want to, you know, invest a lot of time and energy. Right? So I just love the fact that I can be on social media. Like, I don't have to put on makeup to message somebody and, like, get them like in front of a presentation or in front of a product or whatever, right? So I don't have to get ready. I don't have to drive anywhere. I don't have to get it. Like, it's, you know, it's just a no-brainer for me. So that's why then I had to learn how to make attraction marketing work for me. And the key components for that are, like, you know, number one, you have to build an audience. Like, that's the first thing. You know, utilize whatever I shared with you already. Number two, you need to create content. And I feel like content is really what really makes attraction marketing work for you, because especially, you know, like in the beginning, you bring somebody into your life, but then they need to kind of like see who you are. They need to learn a little bit more about you. They need to, you know, get kind of, you know, like it's been said, I think Eric Worre said, or maybe somebody else, that people need to, before they make a purchase decision, they need to see your presentation or whatever, like at least 7 times. I feel like it's kind of even more these days. Like, before people buy anything from you, sometimes they just need to see your face pop up all over their Facebook, all over their, like, internet
Everywhere.
like 20 times. So you kind of have to be like, consistent as heck with your content. That's why I said, earlier, like, if you're brand new, like make it a habit, or like develop that habit to where you're going to be posting twice a day on your Facebook profile. If that's kind of your avenue, that's where you're going. Just because, once you bring people into your life, once you build those relationships, once you bring more like, people to your friends list, keep in mind, they're not going to buy something right off the bat. You may not even expose them to your opportunity right off the bat. But down the line, they're going to ask you, right? So, I literally had somebody join me recently in my business, the guy who's been following me for like the last 3 years. And I'm like, we just kept the relationship, we just kept the connection. You never know where this is going to go, right? So that's why attraction marketing is damn powerful, because if you are consistent, people are going to notice that. So again, like building your audience and creating content and nurturing the relationships over time, and also being patient, because attraction marketing is not going to work right away. You have to have some patience. And it's kind of funny to even say that, because I'm like the least patient person ever. But you need to, like, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you need to develop patience as like a separate skill set.
Attraction marketing is not immediate. It really is. And you have literally given people a flavor, because a lot of people don't understand it, and therefore they avoid it, and they don't know that it's actually what you do every day. Do it naturally, do it with more people, with intention, and let them come to you asking what you do, because they see you doing great things, they see you enjoying, they see you living a whole different life from what they knew even a year, 2, 3 years before. So it is that thing. It is that, and you're really doing it really well, Jelena. And I am so excited that you've come here in our little humble corner of Facebook and shared your amazingness with you. You're looking absolutely stunning as always, gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
I was watching you the other day. I think it was about a couple of months ago, and you were doing a makeup video, and I was like, I need to do something like that. And then I looked like, I don't know why. I was like, hey, clean it off.
Oh, come on, you look good.
Not only is she gorgeous, she is smart, she's sexy, she's sassy, and she's not just smart, she's as smart as heck. And she's really gonna help you with what you need to do to change your life. And I cannot thank Jelena on my own. Many of you have been here on and off. If you're still here, please. Someone says, no, don't go. Please give Jelena a massive show of love. Go crazy on the emojis. But the biggest love you can show Jelena is by sharing this to as many people. Tag your friends and let them see the value that she's sharing. There is no excuse. There is nothing that you can't do. Age is no excuse. What has it got to do with it? Nothing. So get out of your own head and go do whatever you need to do. So I'd like you to just let us know where we can find you, Jelena, what is exciting, what's cooking in your corner. So these guys can go check it out and maybe learn from you and receive some of your juiciness. So please let us know where we can find you all over the place, so we can find you a lot more. Go on.
Yeah, Facebook is kind of my bread and butter. So my Facebook profile is typically where I hang out the most. Feel free to follow me. If you send me a friend request, send a message alongside with it, because we know the strategy that I shared with you. Okay, so friend request plus a message, because I just rarely accept friend requests without any kind of message. So I'm just like, shoot me a message, let's connect. Like, I'm pretty friendly. As far as what people said about me. So my blog is like another place. So if you need some free juicy content, I have I think 383 articles already there. So JelenaOstrovska.com.
She does.
It should be
lots and lots.
Thank you. So yeah, Facebook profile, and and kind of my blog, and I'm also on Instagram. So if anybody of you are on Instagram, it's just my name, JelenaOstrovska.com. Actually, just Jelena Ostrovska, like at Jelena Ostrovska. So you can find me there. I post every now and there, and I'm kind of all over. So, but Facebook is still my main platform. So follow me, send me a friend request, and my pleasure to help.
Thank you so much. And guys, her details are in the pinned comment below, so no excuses. And she's on Facebook, so go find her. You know her name is tagged on this video. Go find her, follow her. And once you follow her, when you send her a message, it won't go into that other folder that we don't like to talk about, where no one knows whether you're there or not. So follow her, send her a message, and then send her a friend request, because that's how I do it. Because otherwise your messages end up in the wrong folder. If you're not following somebody and you're not their friend, and you're sending them messages, Facebook thinks you are a spammer. You don't want to be spam a lot.
Oh wow,
I didn't
know that hack. I'll have to implement that myself, because I actually do check the other folder a lot of the time. So if it's your messages there, so I'm probably gonna reply to that anyway. So that's a good hack.
You are good to go. So send her a message and then send her a friend request. She will see your message. So thank you so much, Jelena. I can't thank you enough. If you want to learn how she does stuff, you know where to find Jelena. You guys have no excuses anymore. JelenaOstrovska.com is her website, where you can learn a lot of stuff about how she does stuff. You can also opt into her newsletters, so she can give you a lot more juicy. I don't know what else to say. She's amazing. She's heart-centered. She shared her juiciness, and she's here to help you if you need the help. Thank you so much, Jelena. I can't thank you enough. Guys, go crazy with sharing. Tag a friend to tag a friend, and let this lady help you out. Thank you, Jelena, for joining us on the Your Power Echoes show. It is going to be shared both on YouTube, on SoundCloud, on iTunes, here, pinned all over the show. Like she says, be centered in one place, but be present everywhere else, so that you can be found online. You do that, and you're never going to be stuck. She's told you about the platforms that you can use. She's told you the 3 strategies she uses. Be on one platform, build audience, go on a 90-day blitz, build relationships, marinate, and you'll never run out of juice. You will definitely create the results she's doing, especially if you go hire her as a coach. She's a coach. You know she's a coach, an international coach. She can teach you stuff you won't find on the general trail. That's Facebook. She's told you her biggest challenges, so no excuses. Self-limiting beliefs hold us back so much, especially people from the Africa. I don't think it's an African thing. I think it's global. A lot of us think we are too young, we're too old, we are too brown, we're too yellow, we're too green, we're too everything. Ditch that and learn from somebody who's been there, done that, and has got the results. So thank you so much, Jelena. God bless you. Follow her, follow Julie, go like her page, do all the good stuff you know you do online, and absolutely join us again sometime soon. I don't know if you want to say something else, Jelena, but I am so grateful that you joined us. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you some more. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for inviting me. So appreciate that. Yeah, it's been total fun. I mean, I feel like we could talk on and on like forever. So
I know.
Seriously, I appreciate that. It's probably been one of the coolest interviews like I've ever been invited to. So I'm really happy. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's a big compliment. I don't take it lightly. I don't take your being here with us lightly. Thank you so much. God bless you. Good night.
Thank you. Bye.
So guys, you've heard from Jelena. You've heard from you know what to do. Thank you for joining us. Do not forget to follow the lady, learn from her, pick up some resources, and definitely check out the system she uses. Pinned comment below. Check out her website, and do definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel, where you're going to find this resource as well, and you will find this interview as well on YouTube and on SoundCloud and iTunes. You can listen to it as a podcast. I'm sure you will find it somewhere on JelenaOstrovska.com as well. And definitely do something with your life. Age is not an excuse. Until tomorrow, we have a Q&A. Don't forget, we have a Q&A session on Fridays, and we definitely answer your questions. If you have any questions, rise and shine to your awesome destiny. You have heard from the amazing Jelena. God bless you. Kalungi, and subscribe to our blog at JulesKalungiTV.com/jblog, where I share amazing tips to help you grow your business from the ground up and create that residual income that you so desire. You do deserve more. Live and love.